So the instance is launched, and then there we have the instance. What do we want to do now? Do we want to work in cloud or connect remotely to our instance in cloud? I prefer to connect remotely. So what's our SSH client for connecting remotely? You remember the name? Mobile extend. Thank you. Right, so I load my mobile extend, and then I have the session here. Let me delete that so it doesn't. So I create a new session, SSH session to the EC2. You know, there are two systems. Now, this is my local laptop, and then the EC2 in cloud. To connect to that, let's go and pick the IP address. So we come to cloud, and we take the public IP address will be showing now. What did we do? Pending. What do you think? Something wrong? Let's quickly go ahead and create another one while we're waiting. To launch a new one. After you are seeing my screen again, we are launching one, and then in volume that allow SSH. By the way, we do have we have Cook that we created for instead of creating a new security group all the time. We just use Cook. All right, launch. Yes, we have cloud. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have now? Okay, so this one is running now. Let's see. Well, that took a long time. You know, cloud is not after all as reliable as they make it sound. Sometimes it just introduces. Anyway, it's working now. So let's take our IP address, right? So where do we take it to? We take it to our mobile extend, Control V, who is logging in EC2 user. And then we have our cars. Where's our car? Right? So are we connected now? Yes, we are connected. All right. So we have SSH into our good. So what do we want to do? Have you practiced? Did you practice? Is there anything you need us to revise before we learn something new? In your practice, did you find any challenge, something you tried to do that you didn't? Couldn't do, or something you don't understand. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, okay. So what we want to do today is network. Let's call it networking. We want to connect two servers. We want to be able to communicate from one server to another server. So luckily, we already have the other servers still. So let's go back to cloud. Let's see the servers. So we just connected to this one. Let's call this one server one. So we connected to server one, right? Then let's call this one server two, right? So let's connect to server two. So we have server two, copy the IP address. So we go back to mobile extend, and then we set up another session. So we come here and we say session to another EC2, who is logging in EC2 user. And then are we using the same key pair? Okay, so are we connected? Yes, we are connected. So we have this system and we have this system, right? So there are two different servers, but we want to connect those two servers together so they can form like a net on their own. All right. So how do we do it? How do we log into this server? Okay. So which one is which? Let's get it. 90.94. This time we look at the private IP address. This is 90.127. That is server 2, right? Server 2 ends 90.23. Let's quickly go back. 90.94. 90.237. So this is server 2. Okay. We didn't learn that command. There's a command called host name CTL. Okay. Set host name to server 2, right? Could not set host name because what? Policy was not provided in fact. Okay, so not sure what that means, but normally, all right. So you cannot do something, then you don't have the power, so you invoke it to do privilege, right? So what have we done now? What's the meaning of this command? Let's switch user to sudo su. So the name has changed from that name to server 2. So that is the meaning of this command. That is what we achieve with this command. Host name CTL, change the name of the host from whatever it is now to server 2. So the name of this system is now server 2. So that way it's easy for us to identify them, right? So let's go back to first. You already know that when we change to root, the sign changes from dollar to hash. All right, let's go back to EC2. Switch user to EC2. Let's change this one to server 1. So sudo host name CTL, that is the command, then set host name. Then what name do you want to call this server?
Server 1.
Okay. All right. It's done. But just for you to see that it's done, let's do something like log in, log out, or start or something. So I would just prefer to say switch user sudo s because I have moved from where I am to a different now reflect. That's all I wanted to reflect. Now that I've reflected that, let me go back to user to. I could have restarted the computer, which will take a longer. User to EC2. All right. All right. So now we have renamed server. Please note that command. Do I have it anywhere in the notes? Just write it down in case I don't have it in the notes. That's how to. Okay, so now let's start the task of trying to connect these two servers. Where do we even start from? First of all, is this server seeing the other server? Let us ping. Are they seeing each other? They are both in cloud. They are both in AWS. They are both in the same region. So how do we
interrupt you? Can I see the command you use to set the
server?
change the host name? Yeah. please.
Right
Okay,
there.
okay. Got it. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, so the command to see whether one system is seeing another system is ping. And then what is the IP address of the other system? Let's quickly go to cloud and get the public IP address. But public IP address is, for now, the way to. So for server 1, if we don't want to keep coming here, we can just copy this and save it somewhere. So server 2 is this one. Okay, so this is server 1. So ping server 2, control B. So that's it. Does it connect? Right? I think it should go. I don't know why they did it. Okay, this is server 2. Let's ping server 1 from server 2. So this is server 1. This is the public IP address. So we'll copy and then we'll go back there and we'll say server 2. Can you ping? Can you see server 1? Okay. So what we are seeing now, I did not expect it. It's saying it's timing out. It's saying I cannot connect. Normally we expect it to say I have connected and I'm when it says reply, it means I can connect with and I can see. But right now, it's not saying anything. Anything other than reply. No. Right, let's just make sure we got the IP address right. From server 1, you'll be pinging server 2. This is the IP address of server 2, ending 152.179. Server 2. No, it's not. No, this is server 2. Ends 152.179. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so let's find out what the problem is and let's start to make it work. Because at the end of the day, what we want to achieve is that this system can see this system, it can ping, and therefore we should be able to SSH into this system from this. All right, so I have notes here. Let's follow the note. So the first thing we want to do to achieve that is we want to say to be able to SSH from one system to another system. Let us create a SSH keygen to generate a public and SSH keygen, right? This is going deep into DevOps part of Linux. Go to okay. Let's follow the steps one by one. Control C. So when this guy sent signal from here to server 2, nothing was received at the other end. All the packets sent were lost on the way. Took all of that. Okay, so we're not all right. So we want to say SSH that command. In fact, we can just copy this command. SSH keygen. Control C. Then we'll come here from server 1. We do that, right? So what does it say? We are saying generate SSH key. Enter file in which to save the SSH key. Otherwise, it will be saved into this file. So I just press enter to say yes, save it to that file. So the next question is enter password. I say I don't have password. Are you sure? I don't have password. So that is that. Just that command. SSH keygen. I have generated the SSH. Now, when was it generated? Look at the destination. So let me go to this place. Remember, we've done this is SSH directory, and inside it we have this. So let's go there. Where are we? Print working directory. We are here. ls-la. Look at the hidden folder, hidden directory. So cd